What is up, Mav fans and hoop heads? Wish everyone good vibes out there, man. I'm AG, your host. Welcome on into another episode of Mavs Rundown. I appreciate you for listening, and again, I am sorry I was not able to do a pod on last night's game. Was going zoppity, and was not going to be able to do that. And I was keeping up with the game, and when they ended up losing, I was really not in the mood to do to do a pod. But but luckily there was a game, tonight that we just had, and the Mavs come in or stay at home, AAC. Second night of a back-to-back, and play Orlando Magic and get the victory, 114-105. And of course, player of the game, guy they said came in 4 hours early before tip-off to make sure he got his work in. He was getting it. He was going to give it all, make sure they come home with a victory tonight. Was no other than our hero Luka Doncic, who ends up with a 40 burger. He ends up with 44 points tonight, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. Like he had 0 turnovers. Wow, I thought at first it was 3 turnovers. That's how many fouls he had. He had 0 turnovers tonight, so that's great stuff. Spencer only had 1 turnover, 2 down. I'm looking at nobody else in the starting lineup had any turnover. That's what you want to see. Good stuff by the Mavs. This game was basically a very up and down game. Man, from the first, you had Luka yelling. In the first quarter, you had Luka yelling at his teammates to pick up the energy, and that pretty much kind of summed it all. It kind of seemed like if it wasn't for Luka, this team would be doing the same thing against the Thunder last night. It was looking that way at the beginning. And the Magic really just started strong. And we even seen switch of minutes where Dwight Powell started getting in. And he did some great things. Obviously, he ended up playing a lot. And they ended up playing a lot of their bigs in rotation. All the bigs tonight were in rotation. And it actually was pretty effective. In certain ways, of course, you want Javal to do a little bit better, but man, hey, that's cool to have all those options and to be able to use them, and which we knew about before, but it's good to see that it carries out. And so anyway, in the second quarter, I do want to mention Josh Green. He has very up and down. Doing all right this season, but it's always so up and down with him, man. It's like He turns down a 3 to drive, and he gets fouled. But luckily he gets fouled, while he's driving to the bucket. But he turned down it was an open swing. Someone swung it over to him, and he was caught it in the corner. And normally you just take that shot. Dude had his hand down, everything. Like he was giving him the shot, and he just drove on him. Does his the Josh Green drive, starts catch a corner 3 and just drive, and went. Luckily got fouled, and then. But then he had some good stuff happen too. Like I know later on in the second half, Luka passed him a 3, and hit him wide open, and he was able to knock it down. So that's good. Then he had another one. Back to the second quarter where he drove. He had a layup, and then he passed it off into a turnover. And it's one of those things that he's trying to do the wraparound, even though he just drove by somebody, had a wide open layup. He tried to do like a little dump off, round the back pass that he likes to do, and it ended up being a turnover. So it's a very Josh Green-ish game, I guess you could say. What did he finished with 6 points tonight. He was 2 of 3, 1 of 2 from 3. As I said, that 3 that Luka gave him. Still plays great defense though. He was a +1. He's still obviously a lot of people were a lot of starters. Dinwiddie was a -9. And Dodo was a -1. We don't like that. But, solid team effort, because basically what I'm getting at, this first half, man, was very much of a holy shit. Like, is this going to be like last night against the Thunder? And the Mavs, luckily, Luka had 30 points at the halftime. At half. And so he was really keeping us in it. And it was tied 60-60 at half. And the second half, man, it was a lot of the Mavs starting to get a little rhythm, getting their placement. They're starting to realize, hey man, we can't mess around and lose this game. And from the third, I think 5 minutes left in the third, going into like 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, the Mavs go on a 23-8 run. And pretty much from there, the Mavs kind of handled business. They caught up a little bit towards the end, but it wasn't anything I was really sitting there because I mean, shit, wow, watching the Mavs this year, it could have you concerned. Or, but honestly, once we went up big, we were up double digits. I knew we could put this one away. Just the way we were playing and ended up doing that. And Tim Hardaway brought the freaking heater out tonight, man. He had scored 10 straight points for us at one point. Finishes with 21 points. It was 5 of 15 field goal wise, but 3 of 9 from 3, 8 free throws, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. That's good to see him driving and attacking the basket too. Definitely could use that, especially he had 3 assists tonight. So again, doing a little bit more than usual from him. So that's good. You want to see him come out and shine. Spencer did good attacking, but just couldn't get some of his shots to fall. He just, it's one of those inefficient, bad shooting nights. However, I mean, he still did a lot of other things. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. And again, as I said when I started off, like only 1 turnover for him too. So that's pretty good. He's a -9, so definitely that's all has to do with defense. So he's just got to get better on the defensive end, like getting in position, not letting guys just, go right by him and stuff. So he just got to pick it up, but good stuff. As I said, Javal didn't really play too much. Reggie and Dodo did their thing, both 29 minutes. That's good. Actually, good to see that they are not, over 30 minutes, almost pushing 40. Used a lot of the bench guys tonight, and that was good. I think that helps, especially throughout a long season. Spread the minutes so not guys are getting injured or anything or worn down, throughout the season. But Dodo finished with 13 tonight. Reggie only 6, but good stuff by Dodo. He had 13 points and 8 rebounds, along with 2 steals. Good stuff from him. Reggie Bullock, if you want to know, his 6 points were off of 2 threes, and he also had to steal. And then, the bench came in was big for us because obviously, as I said, Tim Hardaway came in with the heater tonight. So whenever we get a Tim Hardaway game, we don't want to let that go to waste. So definitely glad we were able to come away with a victory tonight with that. And then Dwight Powell, man of the night that we're talking about because of JaVale McGee going basically not getting his full. He played only 9 minutes tonight. Normally he's playing close around to 15 or whatever. And tonight, I mean, he only had 9. They took him out, and it was a good sub because just we needed energy, and that's why in the first half they took him out. And they put Dwight Powell in, and his energy was felt immediately. It was a good situation to have for us tonight. Just have all the depth of the bigs that we have. You don't really realize it until you start looking, and you're like, damn, yeah, we do. We have Dwight Powell, Christian Wood, JaVale McGee, and Maxi Kleber. Like those are 4 guys. That's a perfect, like, you could have so many mix and match combos with those guys and play them all minutes to where none of them are getting worn down, especially towards in a long season. So that's good, especially in different matchups against different teams. Worked like JaVale wasn't good against. Oh, that's a bad example. He hasn't been good so much so far this year. But just so you have different bigger matchups, and you can put Dwight for some energy and all that. Christian Wood tonight, he's been having some quiet last couple games. Tonight he only had 5 points, 2 of 6 from the field. He had 10 rebounds though. I will give him that. He did get his 10 rebounds. Got his boards, and it did seem like he was all over the place getting the boards, and he did. You like to see him more aggressive on the offensive end. Whenever instead of, which I guess it's hard to play the rhythm thing with Luka to figure out when to get your shots, but I feel like especially whenever he's out the game, I want to see Seawood attack and like take that thing every time, like setting a screen for a pick and roll, go out and go get it and stuff like that. So definitely want to see improvement on Seawood offensively, just like he was doing at the beginning of the year. Want to see him be aggressive because that's what he was doing. He was just being aggressive offensively. He didn't seem like he was aggressively offensively tonight because he only had 6 shot attempts, and so definitely want to see him at least get a little bit higher than that. But that could also be because Luka was basically having to do everything for us. But then of course I already mentioned Josh Green. But yeah, overall good team win tonight. Not too much more to take away. Just got to get back on playing solid defense because that's what we turned it up in the second half. The first half, again, as I said, they were like right there looking like they were going to run away with it, or not run away with it, but they were, going to make this a real challenge and, they could come away with a dub tonight. Just like we got dubbed against we lost against the fucking Thunder last night. So, and they don't even have like a lot of their. They don't even have Chet, man, and we lost. All right, anyway, but but yeah, good stuff tonight. They didn't let that happen. They turned it on for sure in the second half. Switches, rotations, all that stuff that looks great, especially in the second half. And yo, I think I only have one other note to this game because other than that, it's just a good team win. Good to see get a get right game by the Mavs. But my one other note I just have for this game is yo man, like Luka not getting these foul calls is so horrible. It's like what is going on? Like I think it's like they don't want to. They know he's good, but it's like, dude, exactly he's so good, like he deserves those calls. It's like the James Harden thing where it's like he's getting them in the wrong spot. They shouldn't be grabbing his arm. They shouldn't be hitting them. They shouldn't be knocking. Like, that's not part of, you know what I'm saying? There's part. I just don't get it. I'm just leave it at that. Luka not getting these fouls, especially. I was so frustrated in the first quarter, man, when he was going in, driving in the lane. Dudes were just, you could see the contact on the TV, just boom, getting hit. But yeah, no foul calls for him, and hopefully, they start like being more lenient towards him, man, because it's like, yo, like he's just crafty. The guys are just gonna foul him. It is what it is. But yeah, that's it for tonight, man. Glad to be back. I will be back for the next one, which I am looking up our schedule right now. Should have had that one already pulled up. Good podcasting. All right, next one is another. I knew it was another get right game too. It's against Utah at home. So hopefully it's not a trap game like OKC. Hopefully now they've learned their lesson. Especially Utah's going against someone. They're going to get some. Or I'm all over my words tonight. Utah is actually doing pretty well for being supposed to be a very like shitty team. They're actually they're a surprise team. Good record right now. So definitely can't take them lightly. Out of OKC and Orlando, Utah, you definitely can't take Utah the lightest because they're them right now. They have a lot of good pieces still there. That's why they're so good right now. So we definitely got to come ready to play. It's at 7:30 Wednesday, November 2nd. So y'all get ready for that. Hope everybody out there has a happy Halloween. And yo, that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Oh wait, hold on, I didn't even do my whole if you want to follow on Twitter, it's at Mavs_rundown. And this Mavs rundown podcast is free on YouTube, and it's also along with Spotify. It's on Spotify and all that, And I'm AG. Thanks for listening. Remember, cool heads prevail, and I'll see y'all next time on the Mavs Rundown.